This year, Honda is celebrating the 60th anniversary of its first victory in the Formula One World Championship. As part of this celebration, Honda partnered with Williams Heritage to restore an iconic F1 machine, the Williams Honda FW11, the racing car that brought Honda its first F1 Constructors Championship title. Arriving from Japan at the start of the year, the car has undergone months of meticulous preparation and period-correct restoration in order to be ready for the Goodwood Festival of Speed and reunited with Nigel Mansell for the first time since 1986. This is the story of the project.
私86年から F1 プロジェクトに参加させていただいた時にまだトレーニーで先輩たちにいろいろ仕事を教えていただいているところで約40年という月日が経った中でこういうふうな素晴らしい車を、ウィリアムズとホンダで協力し合って若返らせてきたということにすごく感動しました。はい。
Final call for Karun drivers for batch number 4.
It's just the noise and the vibration on the floor when you come walking up to it when it's being revved up. It's awesome beast. I mean, it's the most powerful Formula One car ever in the history of Formula One. When you turn up the wick qualifying, 1,500 horsepower. For Honda to bring the car over and for Williams to work so hard and change everything on it, all the memories come flooding back. The work started ages ago. It's amazing to come to fruition now. First class job, I mean, brilliant. Congratulations to everybody. To get FW11 back and then rework the engine with Honda and make sure everything's working for this event here, surpassed them all before.
It's February 2025, and Honda's FW11 has been shipped from Japan, arriving at Williams Heritage in Oxfordshire.
Well, it's a very exciting day actually. We've got Honda joining us and they're bringing chassis FW11-02, so one of our championship winning cars from 1986. It's flown over from Japan. We're very excited to see it. We've not had that car at our home for a very long time, so it's wonderful to have that car back here and reunite it with sort of two of its family members. Behind me is an FW11 and an FW11B. One of the very first things we're going to do is laser scan the wings to understand exactly what wing profiles we're dealing with. We're going to strip that car, do a complete assessment and hopefully working towards getting it ready for Goodwood Festival of Speed in 2025. So our primary focus today is really get the big bits off. It is sometimes quite simple. When the car comes in, the first thing for us to do is really carry out an assessment. We want to make sure that we fully understand the specification of that car. We have very good documentation dating back to 1986, but we don't have anything like CAD assemblies or CAD files for those wings. So working with the team here at Williams Racing, one of the very first things we're going to do is actually scan the wings. Wheels and bodywork come off. The diffuser comes off to give us full access to the car. And then we're going to take the big bits off. So we're literally going to take the gearbox off, we'll take the engine off, and then we'll strip the main corners from the car. So the uprights and the wishbones will come off the car. That'll be sort of day one. Day two, we will focus on things like chassis strip. So the fuel cell will come out of the car, the wiring loom will come out of the car, all of the driver systems will come out of the car through the Wednesday. And then we're at a point where we've really got the car in its component form and we can start to process it through its different steps of turning it around, crack testing, proof testing, and all of the things that we need to do to make sure that the car is safe to run in the future.
3 months of meticulous work, and FW11 is returned to her full former glory.
First of all, I want to thank and congratulate the heritage team at Williams for working to such an incredible standard on this car, and also from Honda for the opportunity to work together on this truly iconic FW11-02. It's been an absolutely wonderful thing to work on. But as we said, we strip the car, and then really we go into an assessment phase. We need to ensure that all of the components that we've taken off the car are fit to run again. We've really got a keen eye for originality with the car, and we know that Honda wanted to try and ensure that was carried forward. Gearbox comes back, the uprights come back, they're all refinished. Then as all those components come back in, the sort of smaller items tend to go on. The bigger items all come together: engine, gearbox, rear suspension, wings. One thing we did with the chassis was strip the paint right back. So we reapplied the livery using the original companies that painted that car back in period. Every single nut and bolt on that car is new. It is absolutely perfect, and I could not be more proud of the heritage team. And also, again, this opportunity to work with Honda, but seeing their desire to, make everything as the best it possibly can be. One of the things that Honda asked us to look at was a remanufacture of the original seat. The original supplier of the material that we used was in Abingdon, very local to us. Bit of searching in their back rooms, found a roll of the original material. So we were able to get the original material and produce this beautiful seat. And we can use that for Goodwood Festival of Speed, and Honda can use that for any demonstration runs, keep their original seat for originality and for any show purposes. I truly think it's one of the nicest restorations we've ever done.
It's early June, and the team arrives at Sywell Aerodrome in Northamptonshire. After its successful startup at Williams Heritage, FW11 is now ready for its shakedown run.
Today we've been shaking down the Williams FW11 with a Honda turbo engine. This is the first run out for it. We want to make sure it's all okay before it goes to the Festival of Speed at Goodwood and on to America.
The main focus today is sign the car off from a technical point of view, and what we're looking for is temperatures. We're checking the temperatures of things like the braking system, the water system, oil pressures. But we did that first install. The car comes back in, we take the bodywork off, we take the wheels off. It's about inspection. Honda were happy with the data, so then we went out for a second run, and that was straight up to 10,000 RPM, which is now what we class as full RPM. Karun was very happy with the car. When he came back in, he said, for me, the car's perfect.
No, it's been a very special day. What was great, first crank, the engine fired up, pulled away, clutch was brilliant, brakes were brilliant, everything just worked. And the sound of that engine, with the wastegate.
We now get ready for Goodwood. That's what we've all been working towards for many, many months. And our real focus has been on this, and obviously reuniting Nigel with a car that he won 3 Grand Prix in 1986. I think it'll be a truly special moment for us and a very special moment for Nigel, and hopefully something that really thrills the crowds at Goodwood.
Held in the beautiful parkland surrounding Goodwood House, the Festival of Speed is motorsport's ultimate summer garden party, an intoxicating celebration of the world's most glamorous sport. This year, Goodwood celebrated the 75th anniversary of the Formula One World Championship. A fitting time and place for FW11's first public appearance in almost 40 years. Honda entrusted FW11 to 4 incredible drivers throughout the event: Karun Chandhok, Riccardo Patrese, Thierry Boutsen, and of course, the man whose name is embellished on FW11's cockpit, Nigel Mansell. For its maiden run at Goodwood, Karun Chandhok took the honour of being the first of the 4 drivers to showcase this historic F1 machine.
It's wonderful to show the car off to all the fans here at Goodwood. Obviously it's the first day of the Festival of Speed, so you know it's still a bit dirty up on the hill, so I was pretty cautious with it. But on the whole, you know, another wonderful opportunity to show the FW11 off. When you're going up, you really could see the crowds through your periphery. You know, they're already packed in. It's only 10 o'clock on day 1, and yet the place is full already. You know, the car sounds fantastic. You can hear the wastegate spinning every time you come off throttle. So hopefully, you know, they all got to enjoy a little bit of 1980s F1 vehicle. I absolutely love driving it, and the fact that it's a championship-winning car, one which, you know, Big Nige got to drive and won 3 races in as well, makes it extra special. And I've warmed it up nicely for him for when he gets here.
Yeah, it's wonderful. I mean, you know, all those years ago just wash away and it feels like yesterday. So, wonderful feeling. For a drive, it was just the most challenging car to drive. It's a beast. It's ready to throw you off the track at any time. I shall respect it, but I shall give it the berries on a few straights. It was a blast. It was awesome because, you know, it reminded me when someone asked me this morning. People forget that when we were racing, you know, Schumacher was there, you know, Keke was there, Nelson Piquet, Ayrton Senna. It was tough to win. You know, you had your heart in your mouth a lot of times, and we had different engine specs every race. We were jumping up, sometimes 100, 200 horsepower at a time, and before you know where you were 1,000 horsepower, and then by the time the end of the year and the beginning of next year came, we were qualifying 1,200, 1,300, 1,400, 1,500 horsepower. All the memories come flooding back. It's the vibration of the engine and the torque of the engine once it gets fired up. Once the turbos start turning, you can feel the power. We've only got half the power, but it's a beautiful machine, and it brings back the memories that it's the only car I ever drove in the mid-80s that tried to kill you on every corner. So you have a lot of respect for it, because when the turbos kick in, they kick in. I mean, I won so many races with it, and the challenge of putting the accelerator down and waiting for the power and making sure you got enough room just to get around that corner or the apex is something very special. For Honda to bring the car over, and for Williams to work so hard and change everything on it, make sure the engine's running well, which it is, a first-class job. I mean, brilliant. Congratulations to everybody.
The feeling of the car is fantastic. It's working perfectly. Brand new, I should say. This is the first time I saw it. Along his 38 years that I didn't touch the car. So memories are nice, and here in Goodwood are special because the place is fantastic. I know this place since 1998. This weekend I had many emotional moments because I drove 3 of the best cars of my career, and because of that I'm very happy, very satisfied. I go home that I'm satisfied.
Great experience. It's just unbelievable. The car is good, the car is very good. Also the engine is fantastic. A lot of power, a lot of torque. It's amazing. I understand why this car was winning races and the championships. It reminds me the very first days. You know, I must thank Honda for that. I was works driver in Formula 2. And at the end of 1982 season, I spent probably 6 months developing the very new Formula 1 engine that Honda was building, which has become this. So somehow, I mean, a little bit of this engine belongs to me, to my development, to my help into developing it, making it better. So I'm very happy to be here.
ウィリアムズと一緒にやれたことをすごく大変感謝しております。ウィリアムズがいなかったらこのプロジェクトは成り立たなかったですし、ウィリアムズにリビルドレストアしていただいて、先月のシェイクダウンを見た時にとても感動しました。素晴らしいことだと思います。はい。
No, this is a huge day for Goodwood, 75 years of F1, and most of all, thank you all so much for being here. To see you all out there is it's very touching and moving, and everybody here is absolutely blown away by your affection and enthusiasm. So thank you very much.
Hi everybody. Right, Nigel, come on. Let's talk about. You've been reunited this weekend with the Williams Honda FW11. You won several Grand Prix, including a brilliant race at Brands Hatch. How excited have you been to come here and show it off to the fans?
It was awesome. Wheel spin in 6th gear. Most sensational car. And at certain revs I was coughing up the hill. It was brilliant.
Ladies and gentlemen, Nigel Mansell, thank you very much.